Ernestine, and I am back with more language learning content. If you are excited about the world, curious about the world, then this is the place for you. And I bring you all sorts of tips on language learning. I introduce you to new languages, category by category. We break down writing systems. And so now I am going to share with you. This is our video on world language categories. This is our video on world language categories. And so today we're going to take a closer look at the different types of languages spoken around the globe and how they're classified. So languages can be divided into several categories, including genetic affiliation, geographical distribution, and the number of speakers. So one way to classify languages is by their genetic affiliation. As I said, you can lump them into European languages and or African languages, Asian languages. And this means based on their historical developments and relationships to each other. For example, the Indo-European language family includes languages such as English, Spanish, and Hindi. So that's Indo-European, and that's where the Indo comes from, out of the European. Similarly, you have the Afro-Asiatic language family, which includes languages such as Arabic, Hebrew, and Amharic. Another way to classify languages is by, like I mentioned, their geographical distribution. And so this includes grouping languages spoken in specific regions or countries, such as the languages of Africa, languages of Asia, and of Europe. A third way to classify languages is to group them into number of speakers. Everybody mentions, that Mandarin Chinese is the world's most spoken language. It has over 1 billion speakers. And this includes how many people speak them, like native speakers or non-native speakers, second language. Mandarin Chinese and Spanish are considered major world languages because they're spoken by so many people all over the world. You've got Central America, South America, and Europe where Spanish is spoken. And on the other hand, you've got languages like the Rotokas and Toda that are considered minor languages, and because they're spoken by only a small number of people. So the Rotokas language actually is a North Bujalayan language spoken in New Guinea. So it's spoken by people in Papua New Guinea. It has about 4,000 native speakers. And so that's really exciting. This language has about 4,000 native speakers, and it's just really exciting to find these less commonly taught languages. As you guys can see from my less commonly taught language series, that we've fallen in love with languages like Karakalpak and Uyghur. And, then there's also Cherokee, Navajo, and, Twi, and other languages that are spoken all over the place that nobody's ever heard of. But in conclusion, languages can be classified multiple ways through that genetic affiliation, geographical, and the number of speakers. Understanding how languages are classified can help us better understand the diversity of languages spoken around the world, and to appreciate the linguistic and to appreciate the linguistic heritage that we all share. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or you'd like to learn more about language classification, please let us know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And then if you want to hear anything more about different languages of the world, just kind of tell us, what do you think we should learn next? What are some of the languages that you've been wanting to learn? Just curiosities you have about why we speak what we speak in the world. And get you into, when we talk about geography, you think about Pangea and how we were all together at once, and then you look at the plate tectonics and how the plates shifted and it took us away from each other. And it's always been really creative, and it's always been really exciting to look at how all of the continents kind of fit within each other, and then that plate shifting has kind of taken us to different areas, and then those migratory patterns then created that language difference, geographic regions. The languages evolved because of weather, because of, the need to, hunt and gather, and how we interact with each other and what our tribes looked like. And this is why history is so fascinating to me. There is so much nuance in what made us who we are and what brought us to the regions where we live and shaped us into, how we look, how we've adapted to survive in the climate, and then our speech patterns and, how the morphemes and syntax and, just the placement of our mouths and, the way that language is shaped based on, what we are and who we are and what we do in the world. So this is why it's really, really fascinating. And yeah, it's just a fun side note. All right. Well, thanks. This has been Ernestine Lyons. Have a great one.